everyone, this is Solomon of Solomonic Demons, and today we're gonna be talking about Gibson guitars. We're gonna be talking about Les Paul guitars, single cut guitars, and this is gonna be a fun video where I'm gonna be restringing my Gibson Les Paul Classic. This is a 2020 version of this guitar. I made a full review of this guitar a couple of years ago, and as you guys can see, I still have the guitar. I haven't restringed this guitar in more than a year. I remember that I did change the strings when I made the review, and after that, you know, this guitar has been played a while, but I haven't changed the strings since then. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about single cut guitar, like I said. We're going to be putting some Ernie Ball strings on it. We're going to tune the guitar on E standard. Sorry, my doggy just had surgery last week and he has a little cough. Yeah, we're going to be putting some Ernie Ball strings. These are 9.544 and this guitar going to be tuned on E standard. And you know, the reason why I'm making this video is because ultimately I have seen a lot of hate again to Gibson from a lot of people in social media, in YouTube, a lot of bad comments about the brand, and you know that they are always saying that the guitars are overpriced, that the guitars are not worth what Gibson asks. A lot of people have commented in my Instagram. There is a picture that I have of this guitar with my LTD Elite. For those that follow my channel know that my dream guitar is my LTD Elite. You guys know that I was looking for that guitar for a lot of years, for a Japanese ESP with the LTD Elite logo. And as you guys know, actually I have two LTD Elites. I have the one that comes with active pickups and it's 24 frets, and the one that comes with passive pickups and it's only 22 frets. Well, like I'm saying, I have this picture on Instagram, and a couple of people have reached to me and told me, I bet that the LTD Eclipse is better if we compare it with the Gibson Les Paul Classic that you have. I always limited myself to say, hey man, both are great instruments, right? Because that's the way that I think, you know. I think that the LTD that I have, you know, it is a more modern approach of a single cut guitar. And actually this Gibson Les Paul Classic is a very modern instrument too. If we compare this guitar with a Gibson Les Paul standard, you know, these Gibson Les Paul Classics, these ones have a body weight relief, and these are 60s necks with push-pulls to split the pickups, to put the pickups on face, and you know, it gives you a lot of tonality, but it also keeps the aesthetics, the looks, and the same body of dimensions that you're gonna find on a Gibson Les Paul standard. But it's still different if we compare it with my ESP Eclipse LTD Elite. You know, for anyone that have played ESP Eclipse or LTD EC 1000 know what I'm talking about. One of the guitars that I always wanted to have, and I hope that one day I'm gonna be able to have it, is a Gibson Les Paul Custom White. You know, like the one that Randy Rhoads used to have. I do have right now in the house a Gibson SG Raven, and this guitar. And I used to have a Gibson Les Paul Studio and a Gibson Les Paul Tribute, and all of them have been great guitars. All of them were really good for the price that I got them. You know, something unique about these guitars is the binding. You know, the over fret binding that you find in a Gibson is something that you don't find it in any other guitar brand. or as long that I know. That's a very nice trademark that these guitars have. I really like that. I prefer that. I bought this guitar for $2,300, and when I bought it, I had to trade a couple of guitars. I remember that I traded a Chapman guitar and an Schecter guitar. It was the Explorer version of the Chapman. The Schecter was a blackjack, very nice guitar with a Seymour Duncan blackout pickups. That guitar was amazing. Um, but I had to trade both and pay like $800 more for this guitar. And the guitars were great. I just wanted to have a Gibson Les Paul. Now I did went for the Gibson Les Paul Classic, like I said in the video review of this guitar, instead of a Gibson Les Paul Standard, because back then this was the only way to get this finish, and also because I do prefer guitars with weight relief. And now I tried this guitar in the store. I got in love with the guitar immediately. The way that it plays, the color, the nitrocellulose finish is beautiful on this guitar. I like it so much, and I keep liking it every day. Every time that I take out the guitar, I get impressed of how the guitar looks, of how the guitar plays, of how the guitar feels. And there is no day, there is no single day that I play this guitar that I get remorse because the trade that I made to get this guitar. No matter if it is a Gibson Les Paul Tribute, a Gibson Les Paul Studio, it is the real deal. All the other ones are just copies. You can get an Epiphone, and that might be a really close feeling, a really close look, but the guitar is still not a Gibson. And a lot of people want to tell me right now, hey, but Epiphone was before Gibson and blah blah blah. But Epiphone have been in production overseas for over 30 years, I don't really know for how long, and they have been the sub brand of Gibson for a while. And I'm not saying that Epiphone is bad or something. I'm just saying that the real deal is Gibson. It's not Epiphone. And Epiphones might be good, but like I always said, quality control with Epiphones might be kind of tricky. And a lot of people right now want to say, hey, yeah, but quality control with Gibson might be kind of tricky too, but like I always said, if you're gonna get a Gibson Les Paul or any guitar above $1,000, if you can play it in person before you purchase the guitar, go do it. That's what I always tell to anybody that asks me, hey man, I'm planning to get a Fender Stratocaster USA made, a Gibson Les Paul USA made, I want to get a Shure guitar, I want to get a PRS guitar. Try to play the guitar before you purchase it. I don't like too heavy guitars. If you guys remember the Edwards ELP that I used to have, recently I decided to depart with that guitar, and because the guitar was heavy, the guitar was above 10 pounds, and I had an injury on my right shoulder at work a couple of months ago, and I cannot play heavy guitars anymore. I'm starting to prefer playing lighter weight guitars, and You know, as you guys know, my channel is very friendly, you know, and I'm just, every time I make a video, I'm just sharing my opinion, I'm just sharing the way that I feel of the instruments that I got. I'm trying to recommend everything, and believe me guys, if you guys see me playing something and I don't make a video about it, it's because I didn't felt connected with whatever piece of gear that I was playing. And one of the things that it gives me a lot of joy is my Gibson Les Paul Classic. I really love this guitar, and I'm tired to see a lot of bad comments. So Epiphone are getting really expensive, and for those that have played the Epiphone signature guitar of Dave Mustaine, know that the guitar is around $1,500, and the Gibson is 2,500. But the Gibson feels better. It has a nitrocellulose finish. It has this binding, this beautiful binding that you find only on a Gibson guitar. The guitars feel and play totally better if we compare it with the Epiphone line. You know, and I understand that it's $1,000 difference between the Epiphone and the Gibson. The Gibson is better, and the Epiphone is a really good tribute of that guitar in their own way. Same thing with this guitar. I have played the Epiphone Les Paul Classic, and I can tell you that the Epiphone Les Paul Classic is a very nice tribute to this guitar. But it's not the same guitar. This guitar is superior. Every time I see a Gibson Les Paul standard, classic, custom, is always a jaw-dropping experience. The guitars are always great. They always have great finishes. They are always great guitars. And you know, I understand that not everybody can own a Gibson Les Paul. I totally understand that. That's why we have another options. And even if you don't like how the Gibson Les Paul feels, and you decide to go for something more expensive, and you decide to go for a Heritage Les Paul, for example, and that is about the same price of these guitars, but not because you got the Heritage, you gotta trash the Gibson Les Paul. I mean, you don't like it, it's fine, but you guys gotta respect what other people's like. You guys gotta remember, this is the original Les Paul body. This is the original brand. That's why you pay the price that you pay. This guitar, for example, is a perfect, a very beautiful specimen of the brand, of the name, of the series. This was Solomon of Solomon Demons. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and bye.